some president like Donald Trump comes in and then just say to all the Indians and Chinese guys, okay guys, just pack your bags and go back to your country. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Kriti. Welcome back. Today I'm here with another interesting topic. Many of you have been asking this question to me, that tell us, Kriti, about your experience living in a new country after doing your undergrad and a bit of professional experience back in your home country. So we'll talk about it. So let's get started. Whether you should move to a new country or not is a complex question. The strategy is that whenever you face a complex question like this, is just break this question into parts and first of all do a little bit of introspection. Why you want to move to a new country? Is it because of the social pressure, the social media posts that you're seeing, or your home country is not giving you what you expected it to? Even by working too hard, you are not getting the results that you expected for, and you see it in a new country or something, or you already have a business in your home country and you want to establish it in some other country. The factors can be different, but the biggest trend that we are seeing is from the side of students who are, after completing their high school, they are moving to countries like Canada, USA to complete their undergrad with the hope that they'll be placed and they'll do good after completing their education. So that's the major chunk of people from where this immigration trend is coming. But also working professionals, specifically now that the IT is booming the way it is, they are moving from India, China, South Asia, basically where we have majority of the population residing, to North American countries. Also, even doctors, after completing their MBBS in India, they take exams like USMLE, or they go for dentist or dentist exams or equivalencies in Canada. Even in UK, they move to do that. So that really depends why you want to come. First, introspect that why you want to come, what you expect when you come to a country, what you will be doing in that country. Are you up for the challenges? Because changing a country, leaving everything behind and moving to a new place, it's a big risk, it's a big challenge, it is a daunting task, and you should be sure enough that why you want to do it, why you want to get out of the comfort of your living in your home country and move to a new land of which you won't be knowing much. It's only after year, 2 years, maybe several years, you will get adjusted into that culture. It's okay. See, every decision that you're going to take in life, it can take you to the top, or it can dash you to the floor, right? That's how things work. That's how decisions and their results work. This introspection is really important, because at the end of the day, you can ask 10 people, 15 people about what should we do, whether we should move or not, what college we should get admitted into. Ultimately, the decision, or ultimately everything is on to you. You are the person who's going to move, you are the person who's going to study, you are the person who's going to find a house to rent, you are the person who's going to make food for yourself, you are the person who's going to sit alone eating that food on a dining table, right? So you should think, are you up for this challenge? If you are, then yes, then that's fine. Don't just follow blindly. Follow what you want from life, what you expect your life should be. And if you think this country is something that will give you something which you have in your mind, then definitely go for it. But if you think your home country is already giving you all those things and you just want some pretty pictures, then yeah, you can do that as well. You can go on a vacation to Europe, to North American countries, to Australia, New Zealand, wherever you can have those beautiful, pretty pictures for your Instagram account and Facebook account. So that really depends whether you want to live there or just visit these countries. So let's talk about the benefits. Of course, Canada, as being a developed nation, have a good standard of living. People are equally treated here. Moreover, there are jobs in every sector, like in primary sector, in manufacturing sector, as well as the service sector. Countries like Canada, you do have middle income kind of jobs here. The sectors are developed, so it's okay, you can find job here, because then you see jobs generated are there for the people who are coming into the country. So the standard of living is good. They are equally treated. Health facilities are okay. They are not as good as USA, but they are fine compared to many other nations. And then also there is significantly less VIP culture. There are no reservations or quotas. There is value actually to the merit, if merit has still have significance here in Canada. Unlike India, where now merit, I think, is of no use, because as long as you have money, you can make your kid anything. You can get them into any of the institutes and make them doctors, even if they're not doing good in the competition exams. So in a way, this is something that India should work on. Eventually, if you become PR or citizen, after 60 you'll be given your pension, because like you are not left on your own like the case is in India. Many of you must be knowing, most of the people who have been in the government service, their parents especially, there was this retirement, they get their pensions under a scheme, but that scheme got changed in 2004. That's NPS, National Pension Scheme. Now in the government sector, the pension criteria is similar to what we find in private sector. So it's very important that when you attain a certain age and you're not able to work physically and even mentally, you have lost many of your capabilities after a certain age. That's the natural process, that's the natural aging process. It is important that the government and the country to which you have given so much of your life, your youth, your hard work, should repay you in a means that you cannot see happening in India. Here you are taken care of, so that's very important. And I think old age is the time that you need most of the help from the state, and this is what the nations are actually giving you if you're a citizen or permanent resident of this country. And Canada is one of the best country considering this parameter. Then there are proper rules followed here. There is no VIP culture, there are traffic rules, people follow it, and there are huge fines if you break them. So in a way, people are tamed well here, and that's why they don't feel agitated when they're asked to follow the rules, because this is the way it has been, this is how the people have been conditioned here. So let's talk about the bad things. If you're coming here as a student, initially student life can be difficult because you are studying, paying fees, a committed payment goes every semester, right? You are managing your living expenses, your rent expenses, your everyday expenses. In really expensive education, it's quite obvious that the currency or the exchange rate it's very on a more upper side for North American countries. So it's like $70 or $80 for US dollars, Canadian dollars is $6. So you're paying paying huge tuition fees, especially since you're an international student, you will be charged that way. Fees for the PRs and citizens is of course very less, even 1/3 than what an international student pays. So you have to keep your finances under check, and you should consider this before coming here, because it will become difficult if you don't have well enough finances or a layer of finances to sustain you initially. Also, there are no on-campus placements. Placements are open. Of course, if your program do have co-ops or internships, that is a blessing, because in that way you do get your industrial experience, and if you're performing good in that company, that company end up hiring you as a full-time employee. But for other job hunting, there's no such thing as on-campus placements. There are job fairs where you go in and you get to know people, network with people, and apply through online open portals, and it is a process which will take a toll on you, but eventually you will get, hoping everything goes fine and with much of optimism towards life, you will get into something. But it is something that's difficult, and it does worry many people, and it's normal, it's going to happen. And be prepared to face a bit of isolation and loneliness, and it's pretty much normal, it happens with everybody. It's not that it's only happening with you when you come to Canada or even USA. It's normal to travel alone on the trains, traveling alone in the buses, eating your lunch, dinner alone. So I'm telling you this not to in any way deter you, but to tell you what you can expect and what it actually is like here, so you don't feel the shock like, oh, this is something I didn't expect it. It should be known, and it has happened with everybody. If someone's saying that didn't struck him that way, maybe not to that extent, but it does happen. Weather can be somewhat difficult for some people to cope up with. You're moving from a tropical country to a temperate country, so you know how it is going to be. Then food, if you're vegetarians, there are problems, and besides, if you're used to those tasty Punjabi food, then of course you can find in some places, but not everywhere. That really depends which city are you landing into. Then everything has to be managed by yourself. You'll be sometimes be doing things alone, having your food alone. If you won't be celebrating the festivals that much that we are used to as Indians, to celebrate Diwali, Janmashtami, and a lot of merrymaking and stuff that we have always been doing. So the culture, this is where the cultural difference comes in. Apart from that, you can also miss out on some social life because you have grown up now. It's difficult to find new friends. You will meet people, temporary relationships. You can build temporary relationships. You'll have colleagues, but these people are very transitory in your life. They are not going to be with you forever. The way we build relationship back in our home countries, we have big circle in our home countries, so that can be a thing. And most importantly, when you move to a new country, you get into your professional life. Your parents are getting old back home. Of course, health-wise, age factors matter, and their health may be deteriorating, and you can't be every time available for them. So that becomes difficult, and emotionally that can be draining as well. So yeah, these are some cons, but there are pros as well. So think about it wisely, take your decision, and I assure you, if you work hard, life will give you rewards in an unexpected way. Just work hard, take your decision, and just follow it. Just take that leap of faith and just then trust God and your hard work and your strength and your potential to do it. And you can make your life wonderful experience, whether it's in Canada or in India. My final take would be that if you want to move to a new country, it should always be your decision. It should not be influenced by any friend, relative, or peer pressure or social pressure. This is because it's going to be difficult initially, but when it's your dream, it's your passion to come here, the difficulties which the life will throw at you, will be able to face it with this idea that this is something I have chosen for myself and I have to do it anyhow. And then you'll figure out way of getting out of this problem and difficulty. Things which your parents or your friends were doing for you, all things you have to do it yourself. And if you're up for it, definitely you should come. It's a good the country as a whole, as a living life, you live a meaningful life eventually. But I do believe it is same in India and Canada. Hard work is a prerequisite for it. Every time if you wish to have a good and normal life and happy life, hard work is prerequisite. People have different journeys. Some may find it that thing is everyone has a struggle. For some it is easy. I don't want to go that way. So what I believe is, whether you are in India or in Canada, you have to work hard in both these countries. But the guarantee is, if you work hard, you will be satisfied, because I have my friends in India working hard, living a good and happy life there. And it's not that it's in only Canada that you're going to live a good and happy life. But my statement should in no way should be discouraging to anyone. If you have that courage and your passion and you're open to dealing with difficulties on your own, then yeah, come here after 1 or 2 years, when you will know how to manage things, how to do things, and when everything will become part and parcel of your life, and when you will get adapted to this kind of life, you'll find it easy. So initially everything is difficult. Even changing a new job, even moving to a new job, moving to even a new city in the same country is difficult. But as long as you have a will and a passion, or this is your decision, then the person has this natural instinct of making things work. And this is how it has been for me. And I hope you like this video. Do tell me in the comments below if there are any questions which have been left unanswered. Do DM me on the Instagram channel. My Instagram handle is kjits14, or you can just leave comment in the YouTube video below. I'll make sure to answer them. And if you have any other questions, just tell me. I can make a part 2 of such a video, which will be in a way will help in resolving all your queries you have regarding moving to a new country. And this is specifically because what I believe is we have a lot of information regarding this stuff, moving to new country, because people are moving. I've seen the trends from 2017 or 18, the people are migrating in such large numbers. This is partly because of the economy not doing well in India, people not finding job there. And of course it's good to move to a new country if you see your profession, you see yourself growing there professionally, and not even growing, actually finding a job, earning a bread and butter for yourself, your family. So, and people have made a number of videos on this as well, but different people have different experiences, and accordingly they will guide you. I have tried to keep it as neutral as possible without being my personal biases towards India or Canada. But these are the good things that I've mentioned. I've also shown you both sides of the coin, the pros and cons, and you have to come to terms with the fact that nothing is perfect. Everything has its pros and cons. It's what satisfies you, what you expect from life, and where you think you'll get that from, and you can decide it accordingly. And for me, it's going good. I'm liking it. I do face problems. I try to solve them. If they can't resolve it, sometimes they don't. So it's something that everyone faces. There are problems. You are doing something or other thing every day or other day, and I am kind of person who like doing things. I do get stuck at things. I stress out, but at the end, if everything goes fine, I'm okay with it. So I hope you like this video. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell button, like, and keep watching. Bye bye.